China has become the second largest economy in the world.
China's economy grew more than expected last year.
China's growth up to this point, and its continuing growth.
Second in GDP only to the United States.
The story of China became an economic power. Let's start from the beginning of the 20th century, in 1911 to 1912. These were the most difficult times for China. Long war period where China was attacked by Japan and colonized by Europe for 100 years. Up to ended up China's last imperial dynasty, the Manchu Lead King dynasty. Afterwards, going to the era of Mao Zedong, a Chinese communist revolutionary, the founder of the People's Republic of China, in 1949 to 1976. In this era, China was completely controlled. Their economic system are fully controlled by the government, including public ownership. The policy impact was completely bringing up China into a nightmare. 3 years of great famine happened, was a period between 1959 and 1961 in the history of the People's Republic of China, with Mao's giving a number in the range of 15 to 55 million deaths, according to historian Mo Begao. Later on, what did Mao say about the famine? In 1959, Mao was quoted as saying in Shanghai, "When there is not enough to eat, people starve to death. It is better to let half the people die so that the other half can eat their fill." So how? The poorest country that shut itself off from the rest of the world, poor and backwards, became an economic power, the second largest economy in the world in this century. So what was the turning point for China? Starting at 1978 and 1972, after Mao Zedong's death in 1976, Deng Xiaoping gradually rose to supreme power and lead China through a series of far-reaching market economy reforms. The economic activity is no longer controlled by the central government by giving the authority to local governments to manage and regulate according to the condition in the area. Deng also freed many industrial companies from the control and supervisions of the central government. He gave the right of freedom to factory managers and helped them determine their level of production and pursue profits for the company. And not only that, he started to open China with international trade and opened a special economic zone for foreign investors with terms and conditions. They only accepted investments in the form of FDI or foreign direct investment, such as factory building and industrial projections. Moreover, the Chinese government required a joint venture system or collaboration with local companies entitled to lead a project and to get knowledge transferred and technology. The new system earning him the reputation as the architect of modern China that make China learn and able to independently reproduce technologies which is previously controlled by several other countries, until China is able to expand exports on a large scale. These are some of the factors that made China able to wake up from its long slumber. In 40 years, a very poor and underdeveloped country now has risen in the hands of Deng Xiaoping to Xi Jinping in all fields, its special economy, military, and advanced technology for 4 continuous decades of China. Today, China has transformed into a giant country, the second largest economy in the world, and China could overtake the US economy in coming years.